Chapter 4 touches about market research. Most of the students think that this chapter is a bit boring, but I guarantee that if you understand the principle of research compartments, you will be able to avoid marketing myopia, and the information that you gathered will lead you to become a very successful marketer. In all organizations or companies, we have the IKW pyramid, which is the model of the relationship of data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. The more we try to understand and secrete insight from the data, the more it can become our company's tool to be used to understand the overall situation. The hierarchy develops itself from data we collected in the market to structured information that can be easily stored and used. Then we develop into company's knowledge that any employees can access. And lastly, the knowledge each company has will turn into wisdom, which will result in a better decision-making process in the high level. We will touch upon MIS or Marketing Information System, which we have 5 compartments to be considered. First, accessing information, the part where we assess what information we need in order to fulfill our company's objective. Most of the time, we talk and discuss to understand the situation of the required information to our teammates, for example. Second, internal database, the part where we look into our database and try to spot the different angles of the stored information, such as customer service information, accounting information, operation, sales, and so on. Third, marketing intelligence, the part where we organize and develop marketing intelligence of the company by the system of information. We have many techniques to achieve this, for example, internal employee survey, customer survey, observation of customer behavior, competitor benchmarking techniques, or internet buzz monitoring using social media platform, which we call this social listening technique. Fourth, marketing research is the process that we develop marketing research plan to gather the data needed to meet with companies' marketing situation. We have small 4 steps, which are: first, define the problems and research objectives. Second, develop a market research plan that includes timeline and action plan. Third, implement the planned action to gather the data. We have 2 types of data here to be concerned. One being secondary data, which is the data from the sources that you don't participate in the process of gathering such information. Sources like internet, report, or even company's database are considered secondary data. Another one being primary data, which is the data that you gather it by your own using many techniques like interviewing or focus group, for example. Lastly, report the findings and use the gathered information. We have many ways to do research. In this lecture, we cover 4 types of research suggestions for you. First one is observational research, where we observe physical evidence of the behavior of our customer. Sometimes this method is not enough to gather the deeper insight from the customer. Second is ethnographical research, where we include specialists into the process of doing research. Specialists like psychologists can observe and predict the underlying need of the customer. Or we can use technology or tools such as retinal heat map to understand customers' e-commerce shopping behavior, where we collect it from the front camera of the smartphone. Or we use cursor motion mapping to optimize UX or UI platform interfaces. Even the newly launched product of Facebook and Ray-Ban collaboration, AR glasses, can be used to monitor retina attentive indexes to be the part of the research process as well. Third is the survey research, where we do forms and questionnaires and simply send it to the targeted samples. Bear in mind that we have the phenomenon called SDB, or socially desirable bias, where a customer tends to answer the question based on what society expects from them. Lastly is experimental research, where we conduct some experimental environment, such as the trial of newly launched product, and gather relevant data into the research plan. Last stop is the use of information gathered from the research plan, where you have to report and submit to the right decision makers in the company. Now that you are ready, let's do the Google form together.